Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, and I'm looking at something a little bit different today. Looking at Aragorn's Quest, which is Lord of the Rings, on the PlayStation Portable, or PSP, as we otherwise know it as. Bit different.
The world has changed.
I'm going to shut up now, because there's a bit of talky.
I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost. For none now live who remember it. It began with the forging of the great rings. 3 were given to the elves, 7 to the dwarf lords, and 9 to the race of men. Within these rings was bound the strength and will to govern each race. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made. The Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring to control all others, one ring to rule them all. War came to Middle-earth. A last alliance of men and elves marched against the armies of Mordor. In a battle at the foot of Mount Doom, Sauron, the Dark Lord, was defeated. Seduced by its power, the ring passed to Isildur, only to betray him to it. It was then lost for 2,500 years, until when chance came, it ensnared a new bearer, a hobbit from the Shire. 60 years passed, until Gandalf the Grey, suspicious of the ring's power, deemed that it must be taken from the Shire to the safety of Rivendell. It was here that it was decided that the ring had to be destroyed, cast into the fiery depths of Mordor. To divert Sauron's eye, Aragorn, heir of Isildur, marched his armies upon the Black Gate.
So, there you go. Bit of talky there. And we're straight in. So, yeah, this was released on the PSP, which is quite nice. It was also released on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, I think, as well. But yeah, it was released on a plethora of different systems, each one having a different sort of theme to it, really. As the PlayStation 2 version was 2-player, this is only 1-player, because obviously it's a handheld console, and there wasn't much scope for multiplayer at this point. However, so we're going to play the tutorial and see how far we can get through. So first of all, I mean it's bright, isn't it? The sprites are fairly big, I suppose, and there's lots of them, which is good, and you know, more than one on the screen at once, which is quite cool. Let's have a quick look at the UI. So health bar at the top, which is rather big actually, and I think the bottom bar is, I'm thinking it's probably going to be XP. So at the moment we're level 39. That's quite generous to start with. Anyway, it's kind of teaching us the ropes here, so we can attack and we can swing our sword and all this kind of stuff. So 2 out of 3 strikes performed. So here we are. I've got a sheep quiver on my back, which is empty, which is great. So, all in all, so far, it's alright. It's alright. These guys just keep dropping off that ledge. I'm sure he really regrets doing that. So you get these little quests pop up as you go along, I think. The tutorial quests are going to be pretty much bog standard to show you how to play the game. Here we go, another one. 2. Is it 2? Oh, 3! No, they come in 3s. It's very, very decent of them to to arrive in sets of 3. So yes, you can block attacks as well by holding down the X button, and there you go. Even Gandalf pops up and says, "There you go, off you go, go and defeat them." So new areas, I believe, will open up as we go. So let's see what's going to happen now. We're going to get some more enemies attacking us. Oh well, if they. Oh, here we go. Oh, now we're going to lock onto them. So yeah, it kind of pushes you along a bit, and it sort of explains how to play the game, which is quite nice because, you know, tutorials are always a good thing. Forced tutorials, however, can be a little bit annoying at times. However, we will let that slide for this game because there's quite a lot to it, to be fair, and quite a bit to learn. So graphically, I'm actually yeah, it's all right. It's not too bad, is it? I mean, it's not brilliant, but it's not horrible either. So here we go. These are the quest log that we've got here. Target enemy, block, power strike, quick strike. So we've done all of those. And so we don't need to read those. We've done them. But you have to do it as part of the tutorial. Because there's going to be bits and pieces that you've got shortcuts to and all sorts of things like that as well. So, the fools, open your way. Oh, thanks, Gandalf. Now, the one thing I will say is that there doesn't seem to be any danger or risk here. I've taken a bit of a skewering, and each enemy that you defeat seems to drop health globes, which automatically replenish your hit points. So there isn't really any sort of danger to the game, not at this point anyway. But then I suppose I don't know where this is leading to us. I mean, we shouldn't be starting at level 39, so I'm guessing that there's going to be more than meets the eye here. But as we go, it's not giving us a tremendous challenge, is it? Okay, trying to open this chest. Let's see. Is there anything in these boxes? Dangerous foes lie ahead. Yes, well, thanks, Gandalf. So we've got to get ourselves another weapon then. Right, so let's go and have a look in the chest. Now it's going to let us open it, of course. Let's go and have a look and see what we can see. Oh, we just kick the chest open and we get Anduril, which is a upgraded star. The Shards of Narsil. So, yes, we can now change weapons, apparently. How do we do that? Oh, it's going to take us to the screen. There we go. So, here's our equipment screen as well, so you can upgrade your stuff as you go, which is quite nice. So, we're going to give ourselves a brand new sword, which is going to be a lot better. So, we're on a Gondorian greatsword. We're going to change over to Anduril, and that should give us a bit more attack power and all that jazz. So, we're going to continue our journey. They've unleashed the trolls! Oh god, not trolls. Here we go. Come on, Aragorn, get ready. Here comes a troll now. So yeah, it's quite cool that they've taken a lot of the aspects from the movies, but then you'd expect it because Lord of the Rings is a hell of a big license. So you'd hope that they got the game, you know, fairly faithful. He's just giving me a right clobbering. And look, my health bar's barely moved. So like I said, that you know, there's not a lot of danger. But saying that, this game was released with a slightly younger audience in mind, so that's probably why. Now, I'm not saying for an instant that if you're an older fan of Lord of the Rings that you should give this a miss, because, well, you know, if it's made for a younger player, then that's fine. But there are difficulty levels on this that you can select, so that's good. I've put it on minimum difficulty because, you know, I like to try and get through games and give you a bit of an idea of what the game's like. So maybe that's why I'm not losing too much health. There's probably like a crazy bonkers mode where you just get hit once and you die. But let's just go with what we've got. So the health globes are quite frequent, which is nice. Oh, here we go. We can pick up arrows as well. That's always a good thing. So we're going to be using a bow now, which is quite nice. So we get different weapons and all sorts of stuff. And let me just try and figure this out. Oh, I can block the arrows. That's quite cool, like that. How do I... Oh, here we go. So yeah, strike them all down with your arrows of doom. So you can see there that my XP bar shot up a little bit when those three went down. And now we've got to try and get past here. I wonder if there's going to be any more enemies coming through. And we seem to have an infinite supply of arrows here as well, which is quite nice. I'm guessing we'll probably get some more dudes coming out of that cave or from that path over there. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the archer captain. Oh no. Use a powerful shot to bring him down. Or we could just brandish my sword at him and hope he dies in fright. Let's... I keep pressing the wrong buttons here. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Let's Nope. Stop it. Nope. I'll tell you what the problem here is, guys, is because you've got to... There's not a fire button as speak. So basically... So when... There we go. So when you brandish your bow, which is on the circle button, you have to use the circle button to attack rather than attack, because then you'll use your sword. That makes perfect sense, does it not? Yes. So here we go. Take out Mr. We're going to give him a power shot. Kaboom! And he's one-shotted. Great. So now we're going to find a way to get through that door there. So I'm guessing there's going to be something that we have to hit with our arrows to be able to do that. Here we go. Shoot the support to start the gate mechanism. We will. We will. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it. Power up the shot and let it fly, and there we go. It's all destroyed. Now we can progress. So there we go. They've thought of everything. So now we've got combat in melee and we've got ranged as well. So that works quite nicely. And loving the graphics here. The lava looks really quite nice. You've got these big spurts of lava shooting up into the distance. And there's no jump button. You just run up to the gaps and he'll jump across automatically, which is lovely. There's one less thing to worry about, isn't it? And a bit less in the old frustration. Oh, I just burned myself, but it hardly took any health off me. But look, there's a healing pool right ahead. So we'll use that. And we'll get all our health back, because why not? Levels are quite expansive as well. It's quite nice, because sometimes you get these levels that are really, really short. No, this is quite long, which is good. Which is good, because it gives us a really good example of how the game's going to play going forwards. Bit of a weird lumbering to sort of animation for Aragorn there, which is interesting choice, but there we go. Now these boxes, I don't know whether they contain anything. We'll just smash them anyway and just have a look and see. Now we can't get across here yet. Oh, here we go. So we get a morale thing, which I don't know what the morale bar does. Oh, okay, that's just answered my question. Okay, strike enough enemies and we get... Oh, so there's a blue bar now appearing on underneath our health bar, which is going to show us, or give us some extra abilities. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work yet, but I'm guessing we can't do much until it's full, so we're just going to keep hammering away on these fools. Yes. Oh, here we go. Morale quest complete. Cool. So what do we do now? We wait. I don't know. We're going to get some more enemies to kill? I don't know. Because otherwise I can't get across that ravine. Let's see if there's going to be anybody else coming across. Anybody else? Anybody? Beulah? Anyone? So, all in all, so far, it's actually not too bad. Here we go, special attacks. Alright, so you've got this ability thing that you can do, sort of a skill tree, if you like. So now we get this big forward strikey thing that we can do, which is lovely. Oh, I see. So the game will progress once you've done what it wants you to do. Frustrating, maybe, but, you know, we'll let it slide. But as an all-round sort of beat-em-up, slash-em-up, whatever, it's not too bad. Controls are fairly simple as well. You've got your left, right, up and down, which will guide Aragorn around the map. And then you've got your attack buttons assigned to, like, triangle, square, X, and then you can change to your bow by pressing the circle button, and then you can press your right button to do special moves like that. So you've got all these special attacks and stuff you can do. So I'm just trying to figure out how Mr. Trolley Pants is going to come across the ravine. He should be coming across. Ah, here he comes. And he's got armour on, so obviously we can't attack him normally, I'm guessing. I'm pretty much sure that we can't just do standard attacks on him, because it's just not going to do anything. Now, the one thing I do like about this game a lot is the fact that it's using the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, and I think that's really nice, because the Lord of the Rings musical score is absolutely fantastic anyway. So to have it on the PSP is one of the advantages of it using little discs. I'm sure that troll knocked that bridge down earlier. Anyway, so yeah, the sound score is fantastic. So I can't really go. There's nothing I can say bad about that at all, either. Now the gameplay's a bit monotonous. It's a little bit samey. The attacks are very sort of mundane, but you know, if this was aimed at the younger player, then totally I'm gonna see that. Because you don't want anything too complex for a younger player, because they've got to be able to get into it, enjoy it, and sort of learn the processes, really. And this game does a good job of that. It teaches the player how to play, and you know, even for a sort of an older player like myself, I mean, I quite like to be you know, taught how to play the game. And so far, it's actually quite good. I'm going to be looking at more PSP games down the line, because handheld games seem to be a little bit few and far between on the channel, and I do need to start perking them up a bit. So expect to see more games on the Game Boy Advance, the PSP and others. So if there's anything you'd like to see on maybe the Game Boy, for example, or the Game Boy Advance, or the PSP, then let me know, and I will see what I can do to bring these games to you, to the channel, and give them a fair going over. So let me know, what was your favourite PSP game, what was your favourite GBA game, anything like that, let me know. I will certainly look into it and plump them on the channel. Plump, there's a word I just made up. I don't even know what that means. Plonk is what I was looking for, but there we go. Plump works just as well. Plump. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Now we've got to defeat Sauron. I don't remember this being in Lord of the Rings, but I don't know. Maybe there's a twist to the plot. Who knows? I'm pretty sure that Sauron, you know, isn't going to be beaten by a bow and arrow. But hey, Aragorn is hardcore. Oh, massive strike. Oh, he hit me then, and he barely touched me. Right. Yes. Are they taking liberties of the license here? I don't know what's going on. So that was a tutorial level. Oh, okay.
Ow, that hurt. You're meant to play dead, but you hit me. Oh, stop whining. It wasn't that hard.
Right. I see. So they're playing as Aragorn, I see. Okay.
Frodo has departed for the Undying Lands. Aragorn is High King of Gondor, and a certain Sam Gamgee is now happily married to his sweetheart, Rosie.
There we go. That's quite sweet. Anyway, I quite like the fact that the story gives it that little jaunt, and that the kids are actually playing as Aragorn. I think that's quite nice. And the story progresses with talky bits, which is quite cool. I'm not going to talk straight over the top of this one, because if you want to play it, you go ahead and play it, because, well, why not? You have that ability these days to go off and do that. So the playability is quite good, actually. I would say that you're probably going to want to come back to this one. It does have plenty of save spots, so that's quite nice. The story is driven by these cutscenes and stuff like that, so that's nice. And yeah, well, I'm going to say, you know, age range is pretty much any. So, yeah, if your kids like to have a go at the Lord of the Rings stuff, this is a great place to start. It's not too hard. It's I mean, to be fair, like I said, I've got this on easy mode, but there are 2 other difficulty settings, so, you know, challenge yourselves as well, see what you can get on, and, you know, we'll see. It's taken 13 minutes to get that tutorial done, so there we go. Yeah, I'd recommend giving it a go. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you're going to lap this up anyway. And I think it's quite nice the way the narrative goes. So they've done a really good job with that. However, it's just a little bit too... I don't know. There's just something missing for me on this, and it's nothing major. So it's going to get docked a couple of points just because. Not because I'm malicious, but it's just the fact that it's too samey in part, and there's going to be other bits and pieces that you will see through the gameplay that you'll agree with that, or you won't agree with that, I don't know. But have a go. Let me know in the comments if you've played this game, and if you enjoyed it. Did you complete it? Just give me the rundown. What did you find to be the most kind of plus points for you, and what were the negatives for you? I mean, visually it's great. The sound effects are a bit lacking, but the music's fantastic. The replay value and the playability factor, you know, they're both there. So it's a very much all-round game. Designed for all ages. So that's about it for this review, folks. I'm going to be back very soon with a brand new review. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Like I said, it is a bit different, and I hope that it goes your way. Anyway, folks, I will be back soon. You take it easy, keep it retro, and as always, I've been Rich. This has been the Retro Revival Show, and this has been Lord of the Rings: Aragorn's Quest. I'll catch you all soon. Take care now. Bye bye then.